What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another rewind. Jake and I are here with, someone that we really thought wouldn't be making it onto the show tonight. But, he shocked the world in the trap game of the season. The man, the myth, the fantasy football champion, Mr. Greg Sense. How you doing,
Thank
buddy?
you for having me on.
Let's
I'll
clap it
be
up.
honest.
Let's clap it
Yup,
up.
yup. Yeah, good for you, buddy.
I'll be honest. I didn't think I'd get on here either, so I'm not even offended.
Oh man. So, we're gonna hit the matchups hard. We're gonna gloss over mine because I don't want to talk about it. And we'll make our way over to Greg's and talk some shit about Brandon. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. Week 10, gentlemen, in the books. How many weeks does that put us? Actually, real talk. When's the trade deadline?
19th, I think.
Next week. Oh wait, like 3 days?
That's what's trying to
Saturday?
unload
Yeah.
field so hard.
Oh
Yeah. It's coming up.
League settings. How do I even view this? I don't even edit league settings. Yeah, 19th. Okay, hey, note to everybody. Trade deadline, 3 days. Make those deals. Shit, that's soon. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, matchups. Me versus Nick B. Herbert was bad, but I expected it against San Fran. Honestly, I was kind of waiting for the daddy dick this week. Olave was meh. Lazard was sad because Christian Watson caught every touchdown for like 50 yards plus. He was a stud this week, huh? Christian Watson?
Yeah. What a beast.
Yeah, Christian Moss.
Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, no kidding.
He was insane.
So I was actually, we'll talk about him in the waiver claim, but I was gonna pick him up, but I have Lazard, so I didn't spend a whole lot. So
I think Lazard's better long term, at least for this
Yeah.
season.
I legitimately just forgot to
PPR.
put in my claim for Watson
Oh.
because I was definitely going to do that.
yeah,
But
I
you
haven't
know what?
looked
It's
yet.
all right.
I'm curious to see what the winning bid was and whether or not I would
believe
have
it
won
was
it.
I believe it was 20. George had 20, I think it was.
I would have won it. I put 25 in there before I realized I had Lazard and put it down to
Oh.
9.
Oh, if that would have been 2 weeks in a row with $25 winning bid on the biggest player of the week. Oh, man.
Yeah, huh?
That's PTSD there.
That's got some good vibes to it too. It's good luck.
does.
It's good luck to win a play. 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Kamara was bad too. They played Pittsburgh. What can you do? Foreman was great though on Thursday. 25 points for the Panthers. He put up 22. Looked good. Did Chuba play that game? I thought he was active.
Ooh. I don't know off the top of my head.
I figured
I'd
you
have to look
might
into
because
that,
I
but
suckered you into trading for him in Dynasty a while back.
yeah, I haven't really looked at Chuba in a while.
But yeah, Ingram was meh. Derrick Henry was bad, but he played Denver. I had tough matchups this week, man. Tennessee defense was solid because they played Denver. They let Russ cook. Pain. Wait, Tennessee only had 17 points. Didn't Westbrook Akine, or whatever his name is, he have like 30-something fantasy points? How do you have 30-something? He must have had 2
He had
touchdowns.
a huge he definitely had a huge touchdown. I remember seeing that was like
Jeez.
60 something.
Yeah, he
Must
had
have had another
a
one.
huge game, man. Let me pull him up quick. Westbrook Akine. He had 34 points, 5 catches, 119 yards, and 2 tutties. Respect.
Man, it must be nice to be the Kelsey owner. I can keep saying that every
Yeah.
single year, but that
Yeah,
easy
no
tight end 20 points a week, that feels good.
And
Kelsey was kept this year, right? I feel like for some reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the K next
was
to him.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick side of the ball, it was solid, man. It was just good. Hurts was fine. Nuke was good. Palmer was pretty bad, but I mean, Herbert and Palmer go hand in hand, so this is the matchup to do it. McCaffrey was a bit disappointing for McCaffrey's standards from what we've seen in the glimpse of San Fran, but I mean, can't really argue with 18 points. Jeff
I
Wilson,
wonder if
beast.
I was about to say, I wonder if part of the reason that he started Palmer was that Josh Allen was questionable going into that game, and I wonder if he just didn't want to set Gabriel Davis in case Josh Allen was out in that one.
That could
I mean,
be.
It was not a terrible play at all. The for Palmer, but I just wonder if that's part of the reason. I'm looking at his bench, and he had a couple
Yeah.
receivers.
A
pretty
part of it
well.
might be because Palmer had a pretty big week last week too. Because Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are both out, and they're still out. Although I hear one or both might be back this week. We'll see. Mike Williams, I think, was designated to return from IR.
I feel like I've gotten that alert a lot of times this season, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
but Mike Williams is
Chargers have
actually
been pretty
on IR,
unlucky.
though. That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson went off. Jeff Wilson looks like a steal, man. Was he a pickup? Yeah, $0 waiver ad
Ooh.
2 weeks ago.
That's the thing about. I think Nick. Like I was looking at.
Oh,
I think he just dipped into his waiver money this week because he was at 100 for the longest time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. He was at 100 for a long ass time.
And he's 8-2, so
Second place.
credit to him.
Good point.
Yeah.
Does it show transactions for a specific player? Team log? No, whatever. So yeah, I agree though, Greg. Good shout. DJ Moore, 7 points. DJ Moore's been pretty bad. Let's be honest. He's DJ Moore, man. He needs a quarterback. But I mean, yeah, Nick's bench was pretty solid. My bench was pretty bad, except I didn't realize James Conner had a good week. Hey, maybe I can start James Conner. That'd be kind of crazy. They did just cut Eno.
San Francisco defense is going to be a little scary next week. I'm not going to lie.
Who do they play next
But
week?
still.
Oh, Arizona. Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Good point.
They play San Francisco.
I see what
but-
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. But hey,
Still
that
might be worth a shot.
Minnesota defense was top scoring defense this week, 16.5 against the Buffalo Bills.
And your starting defense had a respectable 14.5.
Yeah.
So
I had 2 of the top 3.
best defenses in the league
Yes, sir.
this week.
Didn't help my offense, but hey. All right. Let's get over to you and Cade, Jake, huh? This is happy
Sure.
for you, but also it's a bit bittersweet if we're going to be honest. 108
So,
points.
This was not really a great game at all. I was fully expecting to lose this one, even though the projection was like about dead even. This is the week that, last week I, missed out on the Justin Fields bid, and I was very, very devastated about that, but ended up picking up Matthew Stafford. Of course, he's out too. So I'm scrambling, and I've got Danny Dimes on the waiver wire. And I'm saying, oh, hell yeah, Danny Dimes, baby. And he gets me 21 points. That is all I can ask for right there. And Cade's team just...
Laid a goose, man.
Yeah,
AJ Brown.
they did nothing.
AJ Brown got hurt, it looks like.
He did get hurt in that game, and he came back, but he was hobbling.
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney, this was I believe this was the first week he had that. He got over like 50. Yeah, this is his second week on the Chiefs, so he got 19, so that was really nice to see. Diggs 28 in the instant classic against Minnesota. That was a crazy game. And I guess I got a little bit of bad news with Goddard being placed on IR now, but
that's tough.
I've got some
Everett's-
tight end options, so
So Everett's as good as a backup you can ask for, though. Like he's been like over 8, I think, the majority of the weeks.
yeah. I had the tight end in the flex spot, I think 2 weeks in a row, and that is not something I ever do usually, but
Yeah,
they've been both pretty solid options.
I just noticed that too. I didn't realize you flexed Gerald Everett.
I did that last week too. I mean, this week I did have Dobbs out, and I had Keenan Allen out, and Elijah Moore. And I guess Elijah Moore I wouldn't start. Never mind. I forgot he's just chilling on my bench, and he's never going to do good because he hates the Jets or whatever. But 108-point victory. That is all we need because I think we have a couple games that should be pretty good coming up, and I've got to win as much as possible right now to stay in the playoff race. So
That's
a lot
true,
of
man.
close teams there in that like 3 through 8 range. So
This is true. Yeah, and on Cade's side of the
Yep.
ball, everyone just kind of stunk. I think Zach Ertz is out. I think I heard that he's going to be missing quite a bit of time. He's
Yeah,
scheduled for
out-
surgery,
ruled out
out
for
the
season.
year. Yeah, so Cade will be looking for a tight end. It looks like he's got Tunyon on the bench. Didn't have a good week this week, but Tunyon's all right. Probably not going to find much better on the waiver wire, honestly.
Yeah.
Mooney, a bit honestly disappointing based on Justin Fields' numbers, but hey. Yeah, everybody was mediocre, and AJ Brown didn't really play. Zach Ertz stunk, and he had to start Garoppolo this week. So, hey, what
Yeah.
can you do?
I've got nothing left about this matchup.
Might be starting Kirko Chains rest of the season, man. We'll see. All right, let's get off this matchup. It stunk. Hey, good win though, Jake. You're 6-4
you.
now, third place. Good for you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, and you're really doing the league a solid there by lowering Cade's points against.
True. Yeah. My points for are they're still really trying to recover from that week. I had like what was it, like 60 or something.
Yeah, you're not giving it
So
any
they're
help.
so I'm probably not gonna win probably not gonna win a tiebreaker. It's too early to say, obviously, but I'd love to just, not have a tiebreaker to make it in the playoffs. Let's get like a 4 seed.
That
I'd
would
be
be
good.
nice, right?
Yeah.
Let's move over to Lane and George, man. This was a shock to me. Go Laner. George, is that 5 straight losses for George? Can we get in?
No, he beat me last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well, he had a bye week last week, but otherwise it's 4 straight. Clyde had, I think I saw 3 or 4 snaps, no carries. George, you can cut Clyde, legit, which really sucks, honestly. But I mean,
Yeah, what
are you
happened?
gonna
He
do?
was like Clyde was the old Clyde for 4 weeks.
He was
And
weird
he just fell off a
because
cliff.
he had like no touches for any of his games except for that one where he had almost 20 touches. But he just kind of fluked into touchdowns pretty much every week, and then after that,
Gotcha.
he stopped getting the touchdowns and stopped getting fantasy points.
No, I remember I was scoping out Clyde because I saw like George drafted him like the 7th round because Clyde was supposed to be not that great this year, and I had this close offering like Jonathan Taylor and like Clyde for like some kind of package. And I'm so glad I didn't
Oh,
Yeah.
because I love that 7th round keeper, and this is like already when I had like 4 losses, so I knew the season was over.
Something about Chiefs running backs. They just
yeah,
I don't
Pacheco,
know.
McKinnon, Clyde. If you could start all 3 of them in the same roster spot, it'd be pretty good. But
Oh yeah. More
other
important
than
things going on with Georgia's team right now. Some pretty bad news with the top receiver.
oh
Well, I guess second
yeah,
receiver because he's got Jefferson, but
true.
Cooper Cup is
High
on
ankle
IR
sprain.
now.
Yeah, he'll be out. He'll at least the Packer game. He got put on IR, so he misses at least 4 weeks. And honestly, from what I've seen on high ankle sprains, a lot of those players when they come back from those 4 weeks or whatever they say, usually you're taking a couple weeks to get back into it. High ankle sprains
They
kind of
might
mess
let
you up.
him rest a few. Yeah, I was about to say I haven't looked at the standings, but if the Rams aren't competitive in the playoff picture, in a couple weeks, very possible they just give Cooper Cup a few more weeks of rest or
Sure.
something.
Granted, the way
Might
the
as well.
NFC's been playing, they might
That is
need those
true.
wins to
Yeah.
to make it. But yeah, I mean, other than Cooper Cup going out, I mean, Jefferson was a stud muffin, right? Almost 200 receiving yards, 10 catches, a touchdown.
Multiple insane catches.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, that guy's just good at football. Leonard Fournette was meh, right? I think he picked up an injury, maybe. Yeah, hip pointer. Yeah. So they have a bye week this week. They're talking that he's supposed to be back the following week, but we'll see. Josh Jacobs had a good game. He's been pretty good this year, hasn't he? Couple meh games,
Yep.
but I mean,
He's
in
been
general,
like
yeah.
ever since like halfway through the season, he's turned it on.
Yeah, good for him. Higbee, good game. I guess the good thing about Cup going out is Higbee should be pretty usable rest of the season.
He does have Mark Andrews too.
Oh,
Be fair.
true. Yeah.
So
Can you flex Higbee? I mean, I guess Georgia's bench isn't very good.
I've flexed 2 tight ends like that.
I know
but-
you're in agreement, Jake, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I started for Fryermuth and would I have Hawkinson in this league? Yeah, Fryermuth and
yeah, that
Hawkinson.
sounds
I've
right.
done that. I've done that stack a couple of times. Granted, I'm 1-9, but still.
True. Don't know if we should be
Singletary
taking.
had a pair of touchdowns. In
Yeah,
the
that's the
Bills
thing.
game.
You look at
It's pretty
Singletary
solid.
with 16 points, and you're like, okay, well, maybe you flex Singletary instead of Higbee. But I mean, do you want to trust a guy that has 16 points and 2 touchdowns?
I would not. I just know he actually did look pretty good in
Yeah.
that game when I was watching him.
That's true. Granted,
Those are
Minnesota's
quality
defense is-
touchdowns.
Yeah. Hey, who knows, man? Hey, next week, Aaron Rodgers could be in play on Thursday against the Titans.
Yeah, it's Titans.
He had a good week this past week. He's trending upwards. George loves a bit of Aaron Rodgers. So,
There's a lot of injuries in that game, but I think right now Bakhtiari and Elton Jenkins are both listed as questionable, and there's a couple of big names on the defense for the Titans that are also questionable, but
I'm
that
imagining
is going to be an interesting game.
True. I imagine that Jenkins and Bakhtiari will be questionable probably like the rest of the season.
Every
Just like play the games and not really practice.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But hey, and on Laner's side of the ball, the winner, if we talked George up a little bit, but his team only put up 120, mostly because of Clyde. If we're gonna be Clyde and Cup killed him because the rest of his team played fine. But Laner, Tua bounced back, nicely done. I think it was a bounce. Oh, never mind. He's just been good. Tua's been good. Godwin was good. Amon-Ra, I believe that's a bounce back. Yes, it is. Tony Pollard, you got to start Tony Pollard when Zeke doesn't play because he's very good. Swift was pretty disappointing, honestly. I know Swift came out and said that he was frustrated with his usage. It's hard to blame Detroit when you're a terrible team and your star running back came back from an injury recently, and I think they're trying to ease him in, lighten his load, but yeah, man, I mean, they won that game, and Swift hasn't been touching the ball a whole lot. I mean, if he doesn't get that touchdown, he has 2 points. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine they'll start working Swift in a little bit more, but I mean, he's been banged up throughout his career so far, and I don't know, if I'm Detroit, I'm fucking sitting him most of the time, man. He's a third down back this year for me if I'm Dan Campbell. But Gesicki Ikia, he's terrible. Gesicki sucks. I think Gesicki is so bad. No, it sucks for Lane because Waller's on IR, but it's not like Waller was any better, so what are you going to do?
It's funny because you'd think that with having Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I would think the tight end would be open whenever they want him to be open. But
that's a good point.
They haven't been using him. I don't know.
It's because they run the ball so well.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I'm looking at Dak with 23 on the bench. He had a couple touchdowns. CD Lamb. Tua has a bye next week, so Dak will be jumping up.
Dak would totally fine too. Don't they have Vikings next week? Yeah.
Minnesota. Yeah.
And Laner Youngway Koo missed 2 extra points. That's tough.
Not cool.
No, not cool indeed. Yes, that was sick. Good job, Jake. Yeah, that was a good one. Might have to cut him. Not gonna lie. If your guy's missing extra points in this league, you're gonna have a tough time. -3 points. Ayuk's been solid on the bench too. Honestly, you could probably start Ayuk. If Christian Kirk wasn't a freaking stud muffin, I mean, you can't really fit Ayuk into the roster unless, Lane's never going to bench Kirk, right? I mean, Kirk's been in his lineup pretty much all year long. Damn.
Yeah.
What can you do? Alrighty. Yeah, hey, good for you, Laner. 5-5. It sucks for me because I lost this week, so that really hurts my playoff chances, but
yeah, seeing somebody with the name Y even try above you in the standings, that's sad.
Yeah,
he's gotta change that name.
Change your name.
He's completely in playoff.
You're on a 2-game win streak. Yeah, you're probably in. I'm not gonna look until later, but you're probably chilling in like 5th place. It says 7th right there. 7th place, but it's point difference, Lane.
Yeah, he has the same amount of wins as the 4th place team.
Yeah, like come on, man. Get that garbage out. You're disrespectful to me, because my team sucks. Greg, we're gonna go to your matchup, Mr. Limited. Having a good time this week. Hey, that Justin Fields pickup, Greg, put you on this rewind.
That Brandon was right. That was the highlight of my season.
And then what did you do, Greg? What did you do? You went and traded him away.
I flipped him for 12th and Brandon Cooks. Well, the thing is with Fields is like, no one drafted him, so I couldn't keep him.
Mm-hmm.
I would have considered because he would have been drafted late, but so I realized, deadline coming up, his value is never going to be higher, and I can't keep him anyway. So I just paid 25 in waiver fees to get a 12th round pick and whatever's left of Brandon Cooks, but it is what it is.
And Justin Fields pump and dump.
Not gonna lie, it feels a little sad to change my team name back to Limited.
Yeah, the Russ picture, though, man.
I'm just very happy to see. Congrats on the win again. It helps solidify my best take of the season. That I said this was the biggest trap game of the season, and look what happens.
That's true.
Justin Fields pops off, and Greg gets the first win, and is now joining us today. Gotta love it.
So
couldn't happen to a better person.
Oh, thank you. Couldn't have the worst team.
Wow, you guys
I was
need me to hop
couldn't
off.
happen to a better person with Brandon too. Couldn't happen to him.
Oh damn. Hit him really.
No,
Pleasure doing business, he says.
That is a
Shout out-
great picture.
shout out.
No, I mean,
it was.
Oh man, yeah. Justin Fields carried your ass because the rest of your team. I mean, JT was very
Taylor
good.
came
JT
back.
was he was RB1 this week, I think, which a bit of a down week for running backs,
Really?
but hey, 30 points, very nice.
yeah,
And the Bassmaster in your kicker spot, 13 points.
let me
Respect.
see it.
Rondale was good. Has
Yeah,
Rondale been
he was
good? Yeah.
a free pickup.
Although I did hear rumors that Hollywood Brown might be back next week.
Brian, I'm not worried about the rest of the season. I just want to get on the show.
That's good.
Hollywood can come back and he can put up 0. It is what it is.
Fuck. He's right though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I paid $10 for Hardman and he was out. And I just so on Sunday morning, like, all right, who's available? Rondell Moore's been getting a lot of targets. Just plugged them in.
Oh, you picked one for this week, dude. Damn. Hey, good for you, man.
Love to see it.
So Russ against the Raiders next week, or T-Law? Oh, T-Law's on bye too.
Tila's on by. Yeah, no, that is a fair question though.
Yeah. Russ versus T-Law rest of the season. I almost lean T-Law for the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, well, the good thing
They're
about Tila
forced
next
to.
week is he can't get negative points. So I mean, that always be a plus for us.
Yeah, but like you
I
said
bet it's-
earlier, though, Russ has got the Raiders. That's the one you want, right?
Yeah, and in division, I feel like I don't know if there's a week Russ is going to be good. It's this week, but watch him. We'll watch
Yeah.
him score 3. We'll see.
Last time he played the Raiders, he put up 28.
What,
You got that
Yeah.
for you. Week 4.
see what we get. But yeah, Damon Pierce has been kind of tapering recently.
Yeah,
Little
tough
worried about
matchup
that.
against the Giants.
Yeah.
And Philly last week. But I mean, he's been just so consistent,
Yeah, he's a
Teams.
15 pretty much right in every time.
Now, Houston did bring in Benjamin, which is a
Yep.
bit annoying, but
Mhm.
also, I mean, it just means Damian Pierce isn't going to get 30 carries a game, which is fine.
Yeah.
Keep
And
the
they
guy
brought in
healthy.
Amari Rodgers. Not fantasy relevant, but they brought in Amari Rodgers.
Am I right?
Wild
Yeah.
stuff. I'm looking at this matchup.
Wait,
I
did
didn't
they
realize
bring
that-
in Amari? Is that what you said?
Yes, they did today. They brought in Amari Rodgers.
Oh boy.
Wild. They're making a run.
Hey, good for Amari
Yeah.
though. I'm happy for him. That was
Yeah,
fast.
it gets claimed instantly.
You'd
Some
think
people thought he was
if,
going to go to the Jags because the Trevor Lawrence connection, and then
Oh, yeah.
kind of need wide receivers too, which I could see that
yeah,
too. But
the Jags
yeah.
already have a bunch of
On the
mediocre
Texans.
receivers.
Yep. I was about to say, I didn't realize that Claypool only got 1.8 points, which has to be pretty rare for the number 2 receiver of a quarterback that scores 46 fantasy points to have one.
Not
I
gonna lie,
forgot that
Fields-
he went to the Bears, man. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh,
The
shit.
Fields Claypool stack has been disappointing. I won't lie.
Yeah, Claypool belongs on the
I don't know,
waivers.
48 points from Stack's pretty good.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I agree with you, Brian. Claypool does belong in the waivers, but if you look at my team, I really don't have a bet. I had Robert Woods for the longest time, and I don't think he's any better. So
Let me see this real quick. I need a total seasons fantasy score for Claypool. I bet you Justin Fields last week has outscored Claypool in all of this year.
oh yeah, he has. Claypool's 86 on the season. Justin Fields in the last 3 weeks is
last
over
2
100.
weeks he beats him. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Okay. Yeah, Hawkinson
Hey,
though.
Top
Respect
three
to
receiver in the league
Hawkinson.
though.
Because ever since Hawkinson joined Minnesota, he's been very good.
Top tier receiver in the league. I remember that now.
Oh my god.
I totally forgot he said that.
Yeah, he's terrible. On Brandon's side of the ball, Josh Allen a little banged up. Didn't really look that good in that game, but put up a respectable 22.6. So can't really complain too much. Devontae had an excellent game. Waddle was a bit disappointing, but I mean, they ran the ball so well they just didn't need him. He's on bye this week. We'll see what Brandon does about that. Dalvin Cook, stud. Cordero Patterson. What do you do with Cordero Patterson? I mean, the week you didn't start him, right? The first week back from injury, he puts up 18. Now this week against Carolina, he puts up 3. I mean, Brandon won't start him because he has Mixon, but I mean, shit. What do you do if you don't have Mixon? Are you starting Cordero Patterson against the Bears next week?
I think the Bears have a
Wow.
decent run defense, so that's the
Yeah,
thing.
they're not bad. I mean, they gave up 31 to the Lions this week, so I don't know how great their defense is, but you're not wrong. They're probably totally fine.
And the thing is, like, Mariota doesn't like run a lot, but he's mobile enough where like running backs could lose production if he really has a bad week in the pocket.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know, man. Cordell Patterson's kind of an enigma. Granted, he had the 18 points his first week back off of 2 touchdowns. I didn't realize that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he only had 13 attempts rushing. That's not.
I mean, for
fun.
Cordero, that's probably pretty average, but he didn't have the efficiency you're used to seeing with Cordero. I mean,
Yeah.
when he gets 10 to 15 carries a game, you kind of want to see him average 5 yards a clip
Yeah.
minimum. And yeah, I mean, he's been averaging less than 4. Yeah. I don't think you can start Cordero until he starts doing something, which might be never. We'll see. Dalton Schultz was great. Cooper has been so weird this week. He's been excellent, all season long, and he has 3 bad weeks. But if you look at weeks 4 and 10, those are the 2 weeks that my coworker started him in our work league.
Love to see it.
Get fucked. So,
I think because like this game was like relatively put away for a while, like I felt like I won by a lot more. I'm realizing if like Butker gets any points and like Cooper has a regular week, I lose again.
oh yeah, yep. That would have hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Butker stunk. Three PATs, which really isn't what you want for a kicker, but also missed one, so he dropped it down to 0, which is even worse. And the bench, Cortland Sutton kind of bounced back. I mean, I'll say he bounced back. 12.6 is respectable, and the past 3 weeks had been sub 5.5. So, got to be a win for Cortland Sutton.
Quality win.
How do we feel about Amari Cooper when Deshaun Watson comes back? I don't think it's this week. It's the week 11. I think he comes back.
Week 11, yeah. No, that is this week.
Oh, that is, yeah. Do they play?
They're playing the Texans, yeah, because the NFL is rigged.
Yeah, that's this week.
Yeah, this is week because it's because remember because like his suspension.
No,
it's
week 13. Week 13. He can practice this week.
It's week 13 now.
Yeah,
it's
week
definitely
13
against the Texans. Week 13.
Oh, I thought it was 11. My bad.
Yeah, because I remember it was against the Texans, but I didn't remember which week it was. I guess it's week 13. He's practicing though. I did see a report that Watson's back practicing. But they play Buffalo and Tampa, so they're going to lose against the Bills, and well, who knows what they do against Tampa. But I think Cleveland's been pretty bad this year, so interesting. But anywho, good win for you, Greg.
Thank you.
Respect it.
Jamar Chase.
Only one.
Jamar Chase, don't need him.
Do you play Preston next week?
After what gets one.
No, I play. Who do I play? I play you, Brian.
Sweet.
Sorry. No, I played Lane.
Oh.
Sorry.
I play Preston next week.
Because I tried to trade Lane, Justin Fields to Lane too. I'm like, well, do I really want to play Justin Fields though?
That'd be hilarious if Justin Fields. No, Greg, you should have traded him to Lane. I love that you traded him to me because Justin Fields will probably help my team. But if you would have traded him to Lane and then he goosed against Lane, put up like 10 points and was the reason you beat Lane to win 2 straight, that would have been so good.
I would have felt a little bad about that. I'm not gonna lie.
That would have been
just because Lane's
so
competitive
good.
now.
Yeah, but I mean his teammates why even try? So
he needs to fix that name. I'm tired of the why even try name if you're 5-5 when I'm 1-9.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's just disrespectful. I'm sorry.
Tired of sad Lane.
Lane, if you change your team name to something acceptable for the trade deadline, I'll work out a good deal for Lawrence for you.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need him, but you need him.
Yeah, he needs him. He needs the T-Law Kirk stack, man.
Exactly.
How can Kirk have that many points and T-Law only has 20?
T-Law's been like a consistent, like I don't think T-Law's had like a great week, but he's never had he's only had like 1 or 2 bad weeks.
He's a QB
he always like hits like 20-ish. Yeah.
Although I think he looked good this past week, which is good to see. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. Either way. Let's see. Last matchup of the week. Preston versus Lemons. And Lemons got slapped around a little bit. This is a close game, right? But Lemons' team name was talking a lot of sauce.
Yeah, he changed the team name.
Yeah.
Bad luck.
Changed that name quick.
Yeah. Gibbs
Bad
season.
luck. You're not going to let that one fly.
So, hey, kudos to you, man. CeeDee Lamb did it for him, really. 42 points against the Packers. Good thing they still lost. But, yeah, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 catches. Gross. Because Jared Goff was terrible, even though they put up 31. How did that actually happen? Did Jamal Williams just have everything? Because Swift was bad, too. How did Detroit put up 31 points?
They had a pick 6 for sure, I remember. So that's 7 right there.
Did Jamal Williams pop up? Jamal Williams had a touchdown. So a touchdown for Goff, touchdown for Williams, pick
Can't say I
6.
watched that
Swift
game.
had a touchdown, I guess. So yeah, 4
Yeah.
touchdowns. All right, there it is right there. Alrighty. Aaron Jones was good. I think the Packers finally realized that Aaron Jones is good.
Or that they had him on the roster.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Chubb, fine. Kittle, bad. You know, I mean, Kittle does that sometimes.
Those are tight end too. Don't at me.
Preston would be throwing hands right now.
Has there been a year but in this year where Preston hasn't kept Kittle? Like
He
it
has-
made sense like for the first year.
He has him in Dynasty too. He
Big
has
Kittle guy.
he has him. Jake, does he still have Kittle and Waller in Dynasty?
Oh, he might.
I think he does
honestly.
because
He
he
might.
was flexing that he has like the top tight end duo in the league for a long time, and
Like he was
Yeah.
flexing the
One league,
Tucker
the best
Pearson.
kickers.
He's like,
The
yeah,
best
somebody's-
kickers in one league, are the best tight ends in the other league.
somebody's gonna have to trade for him, and even if they don't, I have the best tight end group in the league. I'll just start them both. Yeah, they
See, I
both,
say that,
they both
but
suck
again,
ass.
he's I say that, but again, he's 5-5, and I'm 1-9. So how can I talk?
Yeah, that's not your fault.
Yeah, he's
Greg.
got more points scored than all of us.
I was looking at the draft because I was like, I just wanted to triple check that Fields wasn't drafted this year, and like the auto draft McPherson like the 8th round, and then he's 5-5. Just really does something to you when you're 1-9.
That is actually true. That is disgusting. Hey, picked up Graham Gano this week, 7 points, respectable. Preston's the kicker whisper. What do we got? Cole Kmet had a big game on his bench. Oh, wrong tight end, man. Wrong tight end. Hey, do you back-to-back weeks of 20 plus for Kmet? Do you start Kmet over Kittle next week?
You have to. If Komet wasn't like 3 goose eggs at the start of the season, he should be starting like over Kittle for the whole year. If you ask me.
Not that it really makes a difference, but I just clicked on Kittle, and the next matchup is Arizona, and it says they're ranked first. Like the easiest matchup against tight ends. But I mean, I'd still probably start Komet with how the Bears' offense has been looking.
Yeah, I'd be interested because, I mean, it seems to me that Kmet has a great game when Fields has a great game. And they play, the Raiders next week? Who do they play?
Atlanta.
next?
So yeah, that's
I
not a
mean,
bad look.
cupcake matchup. Makes you think. That's going to be a tough one. Hey, you know, knowing Preston, he'll just start them both. Flex them in.
Oh yeah.
Who's he got for his flex drops and it's Lockett?
Yeah. Who's
Yeah, he doesn't
actually
have
pretty
well,
solid.
no,
but-
Mitchell's not a terrible flex option.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm playing Mitchell with McCaffrey, though.
Yeah, but he squeaked out 10 against the Chargers.
I'd rather flex Kmet, TBH. Zay Jones sometimes does well, sometimes doesn't. Zay Jones is the perfect emergency flex.
That's fair.
I saw
remember
somebody.
Preston picking up Mac Hollins.
Yeah, who the fuck is Mac?
I've never heard of this dude in my life.
He's terrible. He kind of looks like Troy Polamalu though with the hair. Respect.
He does.
You know.
Brian, you gotta
and-
love to see the Kyle Pitts putting up less than 5 again.
Oh, dude, it gets me so stiff. It's huge. Lemons lost that trade. I don't even remember who I got, but he lost it.
By getting Kyle Pitts, you lost.
I actually
Who
don't
was it?
remember who I
Did
got.
he trade you a tight end back in that deal?
Probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah, didn't you want? Because you were trying to get Frymouth from me, so you had to have gotten. Who did you get for that?
I don't remember. Let me look at my team.
I just want to find out if the tight end you got scored enough points to be Preston.
I think
that
he gave me
week.
Dawson Knox, who I didn't start this week.
He's been
he had
streaky,
10.
but he's come around.
He also
Would that have
gave
been enough?
me.
I don't think so.
It would have been. It would have. No, it
Who
would have.
else
They
did
would have
he
lost by
give
2.
me? Oh, and Mike Williams, who's been hurt.
I was just really hoping that would have.
That would have
Yeah.
been hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we both lost that trade, huh? Because he gave me. It was Mike Williams and Knox for Pitts and something else.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, and we've all been sad about that. Taysom Hill. Oh, that. Wait, where's? Oh, Taysom Hill's on the bench. He has 2 T Hills. It really fucks with me.
Yeah.
Tyreek was fine. Mahomes torched Jacksonville. 4 touchdowns, 330 yards. Not bad. Juju, a bit disappointing. I think he got hurt in that game though, didn't he?
He got hurt. He had like a scary
Concussed.
injury or something
Yeah.
early-ish.
Concussed. Took a
He
brutal
doesn't get
helmet to
hurt.
helmet from the
Mike
Jags.
might pull this off.
True, actually. Saquon good. Gibson, I mean, he says Gibbs season. Gibson had less than 15 points, man. Get that garbage out of here.
Hey, he had
See,
to change it after Preston beat him. It is what it is.
DeAndre Carter would have done it, but I mean, he's not starting DeAndre Carter probably
Nah,
last week
no.
anyway. It just looks funny to say that.
No shot.
If his team was bad, it could be this is the Pits. But
Oh yeah,
I think he's in one in the league still.
Yeah.
actually, I totally forgot, but didn't Juju just get killed? He got like
Yeah.
Yeah, he got like.
so that could have been. Yeah, I guess he
that's
could have
what
won
Greg said.
healthy Juju the rest of the game.
And
I forgot about
honestly,
that.
I don't think there's really anything Mike could have done here to win this game. I mean, yeah, he could have started Carter, but I mean, you're not going to, so.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you'd never.
Not even Greg would start Carter.
My team right now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, over Claypool, probably, actually.
Top 5 hottest team in the league right now, Greg.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
I definitely
one
just hit-
win. Yeah, it's
I love-
half the fucking league lost.
Let's go.
Oh, man. All right, well, I think that'll do it for this matchup, huh? Good win from Preston. This was a pretty tight game. I don't know. Let me look at the recap quick. Yeah, Lemons had that Monday. Was it the Chiefs Monday night against who was the Monday game?
Commanders Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did he change it to Gibbs season, hoping that
He must have
Gibson would
changed
win
it.
it for him?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, I respect that, but damn, that's tough, man.
I learned that when I put my name as Boontown when Mike Boone had one good win.
Oh yeah, that's against me. I think I'm pretty sure you needed.
It was. I needed like 8 from Mike Boone, and he could only give me 3.
Fuck. You learned that lesson quickly, huh?
Yep.
All right, let's hit the standings. Lemons and Nick B are both 8-2. Hey, you're welcome, Nick, for that victory you took over me. You know, I'll take my check in the mail. Jake solidifies himself in the 3rd place as the only 6-4 team in the league. Congrats. Brandon and George both dropped down with L's to 5-5, and Preston and Laner dropped up. Yeah, whatever. 5-5. I'm 4-6. Sad. And Cade is 3-7. I feel bad for Cade.
I do too.
He has 1,300
The
points.
same amount of points as me.
He has 40 fewer than Nick B. who's
Yeah,
8-2.
for a while he had more points than Nick B, but now Nick B's starting
Yeah.
to put up some more consistent points. So I can't keep comparing those two, but I'm still going to compare those two.
Yeah.
And
Greg,
yeah, Cade's been pretty unlucky, but last week his team just did terrible. So
this is true. Greg 1-9. Damn, bro.
We'll take
$5 left in your waiver budget, Greg. Who you gonna steal?
it. You know, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
$5
pick up
to burn.
my 3rd round draft pick, Allen Robinson again. Now that I think Cade dropped him,
Yeah, Cooper Cup's
just
out,
for
man.
continuity's sake.
Yeah, you got a $5 bill in your pocket, Greg. It's burning a hole in it.
Dang, I didn't realize. Like I knew I spent the most, but I didn't realize by how much, and it made it seem so bad.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You got to spend up to win. Look at
At
that.
least I got Fields
Hey,
for
that money you
week.
spent gave you this win, Greg. And there's
That's true.
absolutely nothing wrong with spending all of your fab budget if it can guarantee you at least one win.
25 in Fab got me 1 win and a 12th round draft pick, so I'm not that
Yeah,
mad about it.
That's a big win. Big fucking win, Greg. Good for you, man. Best players of the week. Justin Fields for Greg Sen's starting lineup, 46.38. JT, also for Greg's team, 29.3. Wow, dude, is this the first time you had a player on this list and it happened twice in a row?
I want to say I think Seattle's defense for like someone.
He remembers.
But here's the thing. I don't think I started him that week either.
Oh, pain. CeeDee Lamb on Manthai's team had 42. Komet on Manthai's team had 25.5. 2 of Preston. Joey Sly, free agent kicker, had 19. And my Minnesota defense had 16.5 on my bench. So, there it is. Transactions. We had a trade this week. And I'm sure there were some other transactions. Let's see. Head back to November 11th. Takes you to... Nick picked up the San Fran defense for $10. That's quite a bit for 7 points. We'll see how that works. Brandon picked up Cincy's defense for $8. Damn. Is this like... Or nobody bid against either of those. That was a waste. Bad move from both of you guys. Spending a lot of money for nothing.
thing. That was the first fab money that Nick spent. Was to get San Francisco's
I
defense
guess-
at
the
$10.
defense. I believe I owned that defense, and I just had to drop them
Yeah.
because they were on bye. That's tough.
I guess in
Yeah,
Nick's defense, if
that
you
is
have a
tough.
$100 budget, you're not worried about $10.
That's true. And you're 8-2.
I-
So, I mean,
I'm fine
Yeah.
with the $10 there.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the $10.
yeah, that's tough.
And honestly, a pretty solid rest of season schedule. Arizona's really not that great. New Orleans sucks. Miami's good, but Tampa's been struggling. You can probably start me in Seattle, Washington, Raiders, and then Arizona again. Yeah, that's pretty good. Respect. What else we got? We've got Greg picked up Rondale for that spot start. Good move. Lemons picked up DeAndre Carter on, was that Saturday? Yeah, on Saturday. You know, to be fair, you pick him up on Saturday, you think you'd pick a guy up like that to start when Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are out. And if he does start him, he wins that game. Huh, something to think about. Manthai cut Damian Harris, which was a bit of a weird one, honestly, but also you look at Damian Harris's stats and you kind of understand. Granted, he'd been dealing with injuries, so what do you really want him to do? Ramondre's been so good, though. Manthai picked up Mac Hollins, terrible. I picked up Brett Maher, beast. Jay picked up Daniel Jones. I hate that guy. I cut Minnesota's defense after being the top defense in the league because I just can't be bothered, and they played Dallas this week. Jerick McKinnon, $20 for George. Damn. I guess he's been okay. Wait, is George the Clyde owner?
The what?
The Clyde
Oh,
Edwards.
Clyde. Yeah, he owns Clyde. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So George is the only person besides myself that bid on Christian Watson. He put $20 down on him. I put 5 on him after originally having 25 before, like I said earlier, I realized I had Lazard. Manthai picked up Wandale for $2. Cut Gano. Hey, did anybody pick up McPherson? Oh, there, attaboy, Jake.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to get to that one.
Nobody.
I've got him.
Someone's going to trade. Someone's
I've
going
got him,
to
There's
Baby.
no shot we could
I'm
let
picking
Preston
him
get
up.
that guy back.
And it was on a free waiver, too. Free love to see it.
Yeah,
That's huge.
I just picked him up. Like, nobody had him on the waivers. or
Manthai
anything.
didn't even spend $1 to pick him back up. What a fraud.
Dang. Pressing out a little slobby wobby with his
I hope
kickers
Justin
right
Tucker
there.
pulls a hammy. What is he going to do then, huh? Lemons picked up Folk. Lane picked up Hayden Hurst. And Baltimore's defense. Pacheco got picked up. My trade with Greg, yeah, that ended up being Fields and your last pick for Cooks and a 12th. I feel decent about it. You know, Fields has been a monster lately. Hopefully he can keep it up. If he becomes a fraud, Greg, and it was 2 weeks of excellence and then it's mediocrity rest of the season, I will be upset.
I mean, you could. I don't know. He plays Atlanta. I think you'll at least get one
Yeah,
good week.
that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I need one more good week while the weapons for the Chargers come back. And you know what? If he blows up again, you have to start him.
Well, and to be fair though, too, like a round 12 pick in Brandon Cooks isn't going to end your season. Like if
Oh,
Fields
yeah.
is bad, that's one thing, but
Yep.
like he's not going to cost you the season.
I mean, shit, I wouldn't have been surprised if you told me Fields was drafted in the 12th round this year. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Christian Watson, $20. Like I said earlier, I would have bid on him. If I remembered. Apparently, I was sleeping yesterday, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and take partial credit for that big Packers win on Sunday because I did mention on the podcast that I dropped Christian Watson for the good of the Packers. We needed him to pop off, and I knew if I dropped him, it would happen in the next couple of weeks. And
Attaboy, Jake.
Yeah.
Love to
So
see
you're
it.
welcome
Way to
all the
take one
Packer
for the
fans out
team,
there.
man. Bring him
It's
to the
old man
real Packer
McCarthy,
fan.
too.
True. Hey, McCarthy's playing for the Packers, man. He played for him last week and got us the win. Now he's going to play for us again this week and beat the Vikings.
Hoorah.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Yes, sir. To round out the transactions, Chuba got picked up. Odell got cut. I don't know. Odell could be worth a flyer. I think he goes in the IR. If he's NA, I think he can fit on the IR in this league. And Damian Harris got picked up from Preston's cut, and Cade cut Allen Robinson, who is now on waivers as of today. He might be an interesting pickup with Cup out.
Oh, that's a good point. It's been only at $5.
Yeah, probably not going to win him, Greg. Sorry.
I mean, I'm not going to win the season, so
Hey, drop the $5 on him though. See if you win it. Get lucky.
Well, now that I said it, I mean, someone's gonna put 6 just to fuck with me.
Yeah, that may or may not be me
Rest of the season,
right
I'm putting
now.
$6 on anyone.
You
That's dirty.
bastard.
Oh man. All right, gentlemen. I think that does it for the rewind. Oh, we have matchup. Oh, I'm an idiot. Matchup previews. I played
right.
Preston
We need
this
to
week.
know what your record was last week.
Oh yeah, okay. I can. Yeah, it wasn't that good. I picked Nick B.
Yeah.
Got that correct. I picked Greg. Got that correct.
Let's go. Free money.
I picked Cade over you, Jake. Got that wrong. I picked
Oh.
George over Lane. Got that wrong. And I picked Lemons over Preston. Got that wrong. So I went 2 for 5.
You know, you are in the season. I'm just curious.
I can add it up later. I don't. I know I was like 0 for 15 or something to start off the year, so it was actually impressive.
I'll give you 2.5 out of 5. I'll give Greg's win weighted a little bit differently, so we did
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I'll give you
yeah.
1.5 for that.
Huge.
So there you go.
Yeah, maybe I'll tally it up after the rewind. And I'll report back next week on my odds. I can make that a whole segment.
Nice.
This week's matchups, I play Preston, and Justin Fields only projected for 19. I would be very butthurt if he only had 19. So I'm gonna go and chalk him down for 35 plus, and I'm gonna take myself to win this game.
Wow.
I respect it.
Also, this is the first time on Yahoo that I've seen the snow icon for the weather. Dawson Knox. That is terrifying.
A lot of snow.
Yeah, I think.
Did you hear about how bad it's going to be in Buffalo?
No.
This is a report. I don't. I hope it's accurate. Like, I don't
31.
hope it's accurate, but this is what I saw. I saw it said potentially 48 to 72 inches
No
of snow.
way.
Wait, what?
Oh,
That is crazy.
Is that possible south of the Arctic?
I was about to say, yeah, like they were
Nah.
trying to get. They've talked about literally canceling the game from how much snow there's going to be.
They
I
could
don't know if
move
it's
it.
going to happen or not, but
They
yeah.
could just flex it
If they
to
move
like
it to like a dome, then you're actually looking better.
just
even.
push it to like a Monday game or swing.
True. Yeah.
Call it a
Well, he's
day.
playing
I don't know.
Burrow, but doesn't TJ Watt come back this week? So that actually might.
I think he
be
was
a
back that
terrible-
last week, wasn't
Yes, but also I heard Minka's going to be out for a while too, so they're swapping elite
that's
players
good.
to defense.
he? I thought TJ Watt was back last week. Let me
Maybe
see.
he is. I just know that him and Minka were switching off. Apparently.
What was November 13th? Yeah, he played the 13th.
Okay.
No sacks, but he played. Anywho, yeah, I'm taking myself to beat Preston. I'm feeling pretty terrible about it because Kamara's playing the Rams. Henry's going to have 200 rush yards against Green Bay. It'll be fine. That's all I have to say. Greg, let's do yours. You and Laner.
Sounds good.
Ooh. You're
I
starting
feel good about
Russ.
this matchup. Yeah, well, I kind of have to.
Yeah, I know you do. It's hard to pick a guy that starts Russ.
Yeah. No, I mean, I felt good about this matchup. Like at the start of the year, well, 5 games in when Lane was actually bad, so now he's on a hot streak. Because like half of his team's on bye, and it just doesn't matter.
That's because half his
I'm
team is
still gonna lose.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
I say that one player. Like, pick your
No,
game
he's-
up, dude. You gotta
He has 2, doesn't he?
I only see Kirk.
Oh well, now you need Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Laner, you gotta make a trade, man.
That Lawrence Kirk stack.
This is
would be
disrespectful. Greg has just as many Jags as you.
insane. Dang.
Just trade him for some free agency dollars.
Some fab. Yeah, 5 fab.
Give me 10 fab dollars.
Give me all. Give me it
so,
all.
so I can lose to Allen Robinson sweepstakes by 1.
Shit. Let's see what we got here. So let's break this down player by player. Russ against the Raiders, Dallas against Minnesota. I call that a wash. I think Dak's better than Russ, so I'm going to give the edge to Dak. Minnesota's pass defense is pretty bad. The Raiders' defense is terrible, but I'm never going to bet on Russ. So small edge to Dak, but pretty close. Rondale versus Amon-Ra. Rondale's up against San Fran, which is a tough matchup. Amon-Ra's against the Giants, which is also a tough matchup. Amon-Ra's better. I'm not going to say he's on a better team. I'm calling that a wash. Cooks in home against Washington. London at home against Chicago. You guys' teams suck. Give me London because Cooks has been struggling and feuding with the team. But man, that's a wash. And Pierce against Washington, Pollard against Minnesota. I saw Zeke was practicing. That drops Pollard quite a bit. I'll take Pierce there. Swift and JT, I'll take JT. Hawkinson, I'll take over Hurst. Ayuk over Drake because I think Gus Edwards is back this week. Kickers, I don't care about. Although, if the weather's true, you're going to want a different kicker, Greg. If they don't
No,
clutch
Bass
the
got
game.
a leg of steel.
You're right. He plays for Buffalo. He kicks through tables for fun.
Exactly.
And Jets against the Patriots versus Baltimore against Carolina. Is Baker still starting for Carolina? Because I'm taking Baltimore.
No,
I thought it was
PJ
Walker.
I thought Walker got hurt.
Did he?
Let me
Not
look.
I
bad.
don't know.
I thought I heard somebody say that. Let me double check. TJ
Mayfield's
Walker
listed higher in
out,
the
yeah.
projected points, so yeah, I assume so.
Walker is out for Week 11 against the Ravens, ankle injury.
Hmm.
So yeah, give me Baltimore there. So Greg, I'm taking Laner. Oh wait, no shit, I'm taking you.
I'm taking Greg also.
Yeah, Damian
like
Pierce,
it.
Hawkinson, and
Too many
JT.
bye weeks on,
They did it for
on
me.
Lane's team. Too many bye weeks for Lane here.
Oh, out of instinct.
And
I
I'd feel
said I was
even
taking
better if Najee was starting for Lane. I feel better.
Yeah, what Najee's had a bad year.
He's terrible.
Is this
Yo,
just what Najee is?
The fact that Lane has 5
Terrible.
players on bye and he's not starting Najee speaks to what Najee is. Yeah. So to answer
Yeah,
your
that's what I was
question, Greg,
thinking.
this is exactly Najee is a volume play. When the Steelers are bad, Najee's bad. Their offensive line's probably the worst in the league, and
Yeah.
I mean Najee.
This is him starting Ayuk over, or sorry, him starting Drake London over Najee pretty much because he could have put Ayuk as his wide
Although-
receiver.
That's true.
If I'm Lane, I'm definitely starting Jacoby Myers over London.
Let's go with Deontay
It's
Johnson.
not even close to me.
Oh yeah, I
Deontay's
didn't even
fine
see him
too.
on his bench. I was about to say, I would have. Yeah, Jacoby Myers.
Give me Jacoby Myers
Over Drake
easily
London.
over Drake London, and probably over Deontay too. But I would also probably start Deontay over London. But hey, good game there. I'm taking you, Greg. Brandon versus Jake. Brandon's coming off a loss. Is that 2 in a row for Brandon?
No, he remember Mixon saved.
Oh,
Mixon,
that's
got
right,
him,
yeah,
like, 2 weeks ago.
True. Good point. Let's see. Josh Allen will play but Lamar. Did Lamar have a good week last week, Jake? Ugh. Man.
He was on a bye.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, for him.
Yeah,
This
he
year.
didn't do bad last week.
Diggs and
Yes.
Adams. Well, if the weather's bad in that Buffalo game, you guys are going to hurt just as equally because Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs will either both be
Yeah.
good or both be bad.
Devontae, I thought, had some injury news today. Is he going to be missing?
Abdomen. He was limited. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Lamar playing
Okay.
against Carolina though, that could be a comeback game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, that's
needs
true.
that to be. Eckler, Dalvin Cook. Oh, you need Keenan Allen to play. You kind of do.
I do need Keenan Allen to play. I'm kind of just. I didn't look at this matchup too much yet, but I could see myself
You've got Tony.
talking myself into going with Tony in the flex, but I don't know. We shall see.
He would have to be in your wide receiver spot, but yeah, because your flex is running back.
I know. I'm just thinking maybe there's potential for me to bench like Kareem Hunt or Carter. Probably Kareem Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
After how bad.
Oh,
he's been
I was
lately.
assuming that Keenan Allen wasn't playing if you were doing that, but yeah.
Oh, yep.
I think you might need Tony for that, honestly. We'll
Yeah.
see. But if he plays, I'll take him over Sutton. Cook, Eckler, Mixon, Hunt. Yeah, those are both going to Brandon. Well, Eckler probably goes over Cook. I don't know. That'll be interesting because Cook has a good matchup. Dallas isn't that good of a defense. Schultz and Everett, that's a wash. Everett's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Groin, yeah, he'll be fine. Carter Patterson, let's take Michael Carter over Cordero Patterson. If I'm Brandon, I'm starting Devonta Smith over Patterson. I'm probably starting Amari Cooper, although with the snow, maybe not. I'm starting Garrett Wilson over Patterson. Probably starting Garrett Wilson in the
At
flex.
least I don't have to see Waddle. Didn't
Yeah,
want to
that's
see
true.
Waddle.
Yeah, nobody
I
wants
think
to see Waddle.
I think he went off when I played him last time, unless that was Tyreek Hill. I remember just like the Dolphins killing me when I was playing Lemons or Brandon last
Sure.
time.
Jake, are you a
That'll
Wilson
happen.
or a Smith guy this week?
Let's see.
Both pretty good defenses.
Wilson or Smith?
I lean
Probably
Garrett.
Devonta.
You lead Devonta? All right. There you go.
I
There you
don't
go,
know,
Brandon.
something about playing the Patriots defense.
Either way, you're starting
just-
those guys over Cordero, though, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I think I'd go Devonta. I gotta read his injury history here. But it
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like he's
what
gonna
is
play probably.
Knee
Limited practice.
Yeah. Left briefly with what appeared to be a hand injury. Now his knee is unrelated to absence. Yeah, he'll probably be fine. Let's see. Other than that, ew, who do you take in this game? Do you take Jake with the?
I don't know how I feel about this one. And if Keenan Allen's out
If
too.
Brandon starts
doesn't make me feel
Patterson,
any
I'm
better.
taking you. So I'm gonna pick Brandon in hopes that he doesn't start Patterson. Actually, Mixon plays Pittsburgh. I'm kind of afraid of that matchup.
Somebody just who did Pittsburgh play last week again? I forgot already.
New Orleans.
Kamara did pretty bad against
Yeah,
that
it was
Pittsburgh
terrible.
defense, so maybe Mixon does bad against the Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm leaning Brandon, but this is tough. That's a tough matchup. I hope I'm wrong because I need Brandon to lose that game.
Dalvin Cook playing Dallas after Aaron Jones kind of popped off
Yeah, I think Dalvin Cook
against
will
Dallas.
feast.
Talk stat that Cortland Sutton's like in the top 3 receivers in the league in drawing personal fouls on the defense.
Really?
So
That's because
doesn't
he's
count for
good, man.
fantasy.
That's because he's good and Russ stinks. Yeah, it doesn't count for
Yeah.
fantasy though. You're right. Cade and
it does not count
Lemons.
for fantasy.
Let's do Cade and Lemons, huh? Mahomes, Debo, Thielen, Barkley. Who's on bye for Lemons? Tyreek. That kind of hurts actually.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on bye for Cade? Kenneth Walker and Etienne and Metcalf. Ooh, Cade's. Yeah, I'm taking Lemons. I see Harris and Chuba starting at running back, and I fade.
It was rough.
Cade might have
But
to
he's
make
kind
a
of-
trade before the deadline.
I mean, he's kind of tanking this year, though. Anyway, like now.
True. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, this is an easy Lemons pick. Moving on. Last matchup of the week, Nick B versus George. Well, since Lemons is pretty much guaranteed that win, Nick really has to win this one. George doesn't have a receiver in his lineup right now because Kupp is out. You could probably he spent $20 on
Oh, that's what
Watson
he
because
spent
he
for the
needs to
Watson.
start him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, and he is flexing Higbee. He was listening. Good for you, George. Yeah, I think you can start Watson. I think you can feel okay about it. Tennessee's secondary is pretty bad. Definitely worse than Dallas's. I mean, he gets one touchdown, you're happy. With the rest of that team, if Jacobs does his thing, I'm worried about Singletary. But, I mean, Mark Andrews is a stud. Higbee should be good. Oh, Kyler against San Fran's a tough one. Damn. It's Nick for me.
I do want to say I did text George, ask if he wanted Fields. I didn't even send him an offer. I just said, "Do you want Fields?" And he said, "Fuck no. You picked him up. Why would I want him? Give me Taylor."
Oh,
If Kyler has a bad week, it's on George.
That's one of the most George texts, dude.
No,
Fuck
give
no,
me-
I don't want your shitty player. Give me Taylor.
Give me the number 1 overall pick this year, folks.
That's
If
awesome.
Kyler has a bad week, I'm
I
just
got
saying.
Nick.
And if Fields goes off and Kyler has a bad week, George cost himself this matchup. I'm just saying.
I would put money down on Fields outscoring Kyler significantly this week. Sam Fran's been shutting down everybody.
Yeah.
And Fields has looked like a monster.
That's a good bet. San Fran's defense is nuts.
I would put $5 down on a Vegas bet of Justin Fields doubling Kyler Murray's fantasy points this week.
Well, I would maybe too. I think they're playing it. If they're playing it in Atlanta, I would.
I don't know.
Let me find out real quick.
I'm looking to see if there are any players in that game in this matchup.
Well,
Yeah, they're
I've
playing
got
in
Nick.
Atlanta. Yeah,
In
Fields
Atlanta.
in Atlanta. Oh, that's over.
In the dome. Yeah.
In the dome.
Goodbye, Atlanta.
Oh, he's fast in the dome. He's already fast, but in the dome, he's
Hopefully he
faster.
doesn't destroy his
Yeah.
knee on that turf.
That's true, but that's what you can't bank on that happening.
Facts. If it was going to happen, it would have happened already, right? Not right after I traded for him.
Exactly.
right?
Hey, I'm looking back at Travis Kelce to see what he did the last time he played the Chargers, and he only had 10. It was his worst week of the season.
Hey,
Well, I
yeah.
don't think it's gonna happen again, but it's funny to say that 10 is his worst game of the season. But yeah, he's been popping off like usual.
True.
I've still got Nick though.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Nick in this one pretty easily. So that rounds out the matchups for this week. I don't know. We ready to go, boys? Who do we all play
Yeah.
this week?
So
Good luck to
Brandon.
everybody that's
I
not
play Lane.
Preston, Brandon, and yeah, I mean, shit. I got
It's
Greg
okay
winning. Yeah,
if Lane
good
wins.
luck for everybody that's not Preston, Lane, and Brandon. Greg, I need you to beat Lane this week. Hey, I'm counting on both you boys.
Yeah.
You gotta take out one of those
He's not
teams.
allowed in the tank, Greg. He's not allowed in the tank.
You're
No
putting your
tank.
faith in Russell Wilson and Fossil Brandon Cooks.
Hey,
I just want to remove
I'm putting my faith in Russell Wilson twice this week because I'm starting him in my work league. So, fuck. I'm gonna lose this week, aren't I? Oh man. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Greg, it was awesome to have you on the show. Hey, Greg, I'll cut you a deal. Every time you
Yeah.
win this year, we'll put you on.
Ooh, I love it.
So I hope to see you
So,
next week.
guys,
I
it's been
agree.
great being on this season. I'll see you next year.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.